Hi folks, Sally here, the Trans Truther. I'm doing another video, basically to back up my other video about incels. Here, let me just adjust this. I got some people coming into the video, leaving comments, and they were good, creative comments. They weren't nasty, which I kind of expected. The one person had said that it's not a fair comparison to compare transgenders to incels. And you're 100% right, okay? Because incels don't suffer near the ridicule and hatred and rejection that transgenders do. See, you're totally right. That was an off comment. In a sense, I just wanted to say I'm not here to apologize for my prior video, but here to enforce it in a more positive way. I don't want to sit here and ridicule incels. I knew a lot of people growing up who hadn't been laid yet, and like I say, we called them virgins. But they didn't run around killing anybody. And now another person had said, we're not all killers. And okay, but I never once said that every one of them were. All I said was that the ones who are doing it are creating an environment for others to follow. This gentleman, Elliot Rogers person, did, I guess the first mass killing, and then 3 or 4 have happened since involving incels. So it's creating an environment where other people want to do the same thing and get into this army of incels. And I really don't think that's a productive way to handle things. Look at Alex Minasian in Toronto, okay? He didn't know if any of those people could have been incels that he was running down. He didn't even know them. They were just random people, okay? And the same with other people who do mass shootings and stuff. They don't know. They could be killing other incels. So really, where does that fit in? Like, how is that good? So I'm here to say, why don't you guys have dating services? I really, truly, firmly believe that, look at people with AIDS or HIV or herpes. They all have dating services so they can date each other so they're not spreading the disease, and that's a great idea. And I also think incels could use that in a chance to actually find somebody, right? Incels connect with incels, just like, other like-minded people connect with other like-minded people. So I just don't see the sense in killing people. You're not getting back at anybody. You're going after innocent people to get back at people who you perceive did you wrong. But truthfully, none of those people did you wrong. So it was really a waste. Now, my other thoughts are that I said this in the last video, if you look at yourself and how you're carrying yourself, you might find that you can fix certain things about yourself. And I know it's easy to say, well, just change. It's not that easy. I understand that. But making small changes can even make a difference. And it's not like your life is hopeless, okay? Mine's not even hopeless, and look what I go through as a trans person, okay? Trans females, and we suffer more than anybody, okay? And I felt for a long time I was in an impossible position, but I'm fighting and striving to get over it and to defeat it. So I don't see what is any reason why incels can't do the same thing. In the fact that like I say, the HIV and AIDS and herpes dating services, they do well. They find people, so I don't understand why incels couldn't just do the same thing. And this whole killing thing has got to stop. That you're not impressing anybody. You're not getting laid. The ones who do them are either dead or in prison. Is that the kind of laid you want to get? Butch, your cellmate? I don't think so. So basically, you have to find more creative ways to overcome. And I've talked to a few of the incels in my thread, in my video, who have overcome. And that's great. And I hats off to them. I really respect that they kept at it, and even made changes as far as geography or whatever, and they finally found someone to take their virginity. So basically, I just really am disheartened that people would even have the mindset to kill innocent people over something simple as not getting laid. And but at the same time, I don't want to sit here and ridicule anyone who's incel, because I understand what you're going through. Trust me, I do. Okay. But we all have to overcome our hurdles in our own way. But killing people is not the way. And I just wanted to make you know that it's not going to help anything. Okay. I was just getting over a tragedy where 11 people in my birthplace were killed for no reason. And I'm sorry if you might see it as a reason. I don't. I see it as senseless killing to get back at society because you couldn't get laid. And if you keep at it, you will. But the problem is, if you start doing mass shootings and killings, you won't. You won't get the kind of sex you want. So I just wanted to say that, my last video was not meant to ridicule you or insult you. And I'm sorry if some of you felt that way. But basically, I reinforce what I say, that making changes to yourself is the best way to overcome. Or get creative. Create some dating services, some incel dating services or stuff. That's a better way to go about it. And a better way to bring the incel community on the table. Just like transgender people are now, the conversation's on the table, right? People are learning about us, and that's how the best way to learn is to get conversations going. Is not to run around and kill and then be talked about in the news for the next 6 months or a month. It's senseless, and it's not doing anyone any good. So really rethink. If you're thinking of doing something crazy like that, I would rethink it and maybe find another non-lethal way to deal with this whole situation. I don't want to see any more mass killings. It's not productive, and it's not fun to turn the news on and see a whole bunch of people were killed. But it doesn't help the incels. It doesn't help your movement. So the best thing you can do is expose your movement, and maybe a lot of people will have more sympathy towards your cause. But if you're just running around doing mass killings, it's going to be hard for anyone to have any sympathy for you at all. And that's the main thing I wanted to get out here, was that there's way better ways to deal with problems than killing people. I mean, people can't find a job, are they going to run and start killing employers? If they can't find the car they like, are they going to run around killing car salesmen? Look, it's not everyone else's fault, okay? Society in general has been pulled apart by technology, and now you're all talking to each other on boxes, okay? I've seen them walking down the street, 3-4 kids together, and they're all typing into a box, but they're talking to each other instead of verbally talking to each other. They're looped into this techno world, this matrix of anti-human takeover, and we have to fight back. But I have a cell phone. I don't even use it. I think I've gotten one text in 2 months, so I don't use it for anything. I don't do anything on it. But I have one. But like I said, it's not my life. It's not what I rely on. So in the same regards, it's technology that's killing society. It's killing our communication. It's killing our closeness. People aren't, going to parties. Like in the old days, we would go to parties and we would rap and talk and find other people that, and we got laid. And it was like, but that's the best way to do it. It's not hanging on computers and going to self-pity groups, going boo-hoo me, I can't get laid. And so that creates an atmosphere that people want to start killing people. You have to be more positive and look at more positive avenues of dealing with your incel. predicament or situation or whatever, however you describe it. But you can't just take lives and think that you're justifying the incels, because you're not. Now what you've done is cast a shadow. Not you, but the ones who have killed have cast a shadow on you. And now you're going to be more ridiculed because of it, okay? But I do acknowledge that not all incels are killers. I do acknowledge that, they're not all losers. I'm just saying that making small changes is what you have to do. It's what you have to do. Society changes constantly. What's cool and what's not cool changes constantly. Now, I recently used words in my videos that in my day were used commonly, okay? And other people are saying, that's an insensitive word and stuff, and I agree, but I don't use words to hurt people, but I do now have a subconscious to not use those words. So sometimes we have to make changes to accommodate others, and if incels can make some changes to accommodate the people that they seek to have sex with, and maybe their chances will be better. There's always prostitutes, okay? There's always an avenue. They have many different, I don't want to sit here and insult you by saying blow up dolls and stuff, but I'm just saying there's a lot of different avenues of getting your sexual release. So please don't run around and kill people. Don't join these groups online who encourage killing people, because that's just feeding into a negative mindset, and we have to eliminate that mindset. So be creative. Go create some incel dating groups. I'm saying that'll do a lot better than killing people, okay? I want to give a shout out to my subscribers. I have 5 new subscribers in the last few days, and thank you. It means a lot to have the support, and I feel like I'm reaching more people now, and that's a big thing. So thank you. In closing, I just wanted to say, look, my last video was not meant to ridicule or insult any incels, okay? I was just still dealing with the shock of 11 people in my birthplace who just got run down by a truck, for doing nothing. They did nothing to this person. And now this person's sitting in jail thinking he's a martyr. He's a fucking hero, but he's not. He's a loser, okay? Don't be like that. Don't be a loser like him and Elliot Rogers and these other douchebags who run around and kill people because they can't get laid. Be creative. Be objective, and be firm in your belief that things will change, and they always do. Life is the way it is sometimes for an amount of time, and then things change, okay? But being creative is a lot better than being angry, and that's all I can really say. I'm going to end this video now, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.